can tell you about the incident. So there is this famous movie, Chłopaki nie płaczą, in Poland, and there is this quote telling you that there are things in the world that are happening to everybody, and every war, every revolution, civilization, and stuff like that. And of course, those are the incidents. But let's start from the beginning. So how we do or tackle support, that is before the incident happening, we have like support thing, and how it is working in Ocado Technology. So first of all, teams are responsible for maintaining software from the requirements till the maintenance. Well, it is quite convenient to have such thing, because when you can imagine that there is a lot of different ways you can solve the problem actually. So you can put something into configuration, and then on every request from your customer, change it. So you will have like increase in maintenance, but this will not probably cause any support issues. But you can also make an API and give it to your customers so they can switch any configuration as they want. So you will not have maintenance, but you will have probably a lot of support. So how we are dealing with it? So we define our requirements, we are having like maintenance, but we need something that will tell who is on call, who is currently paying us support, and who should be paged. So we are using PagerDuty for that. So we have list of phones, phone numbers, applications that you can request. So it will be easy and convenient for you to build a support rota. It is especially important when you have like the team that is doing rotas constantly for example, a year. You would like to have them rotating, this type of rotating, that one person is not overwhelmed with it. And when we have those rota, something has to trigger them. So we have alerting systems. So we use New Relic, but there are also custom implementation that when one application notices that there is something wrong, it can page the team or any other software that is compatible with it. So how we will call the incident, or I will introduce few characteristics of incident that I will use in the further down the road. So we will see incident, that's something that happened rapidly. It was unexpected, because if we could be prepared for that, it shouldn't happen at all. It has something random that we couldn't predict it. And there is this need to do something about that. So like we can resolve the problem, that's the ideal word, but sometimes we just would like to just limit the blast radius of this problem because something is degrading. So we know what the incident is, but how we can prepare for that, right? What can we do beforehand to be ready? So actually the easiest thing is to work with the code that you are actually supporting, right? It is hard to support things that you don't know details about. There is this notion or constant improvement you can do in your teams to write down pieces of information that can be useful during the support. So support guides, how to use special API to fix something, runbooks. You know, the runbooks, like you have the pilot has this book that there is every problem you can encounter in the plane. So he opens this book, search for the blinking red light on the left side, and then he's, oh, okay, I should do this, and that. And this is exactly how it should work. Jarek was telling also this, that you need a way to very easy and fast find the proper URLs or tools or pieces of information that you will need by doing the support, resolving the support. For example, in Ocado, we are using like plugins to Chrome, that you have the list of all the environments, logging facilities, New Relics, and stuff like that. And you can just easily search them and go there without thinking, because thinking during the incident is very hard to do because there are a lot of things happening, right? What we are doing also is that when someone is new to the company or is trying to or would like to be on a support, we are shadowing this person. So during the working hours, the person is starting it on duty to take the on-call request, but always there is a person that is behind his back or her back to act in a case that something is not going properly, or to just teach or explain things. So over and over from day to day, this person is starting to be more comfortable, and at some point is comfortable enough to go on the support of after-hours support. Another useful thing you can use is war games. I don't know, because I've invented this name, so I know it really exists. So how to make this more fun, or how to have some more confidence about that the person exactly knows what this person is doing. So the senior person, or someone who is long enough on a support, makes a one-to-one meeting, then invents some problem and gives the new person a problem. And this problem should be solved, and is looking how this person will solve the problem. So, for example, there is like 500 on API X, and then this person is, what should I do next? So this person goes to the Kibana, search for the error code. Then person that is guiding our new supporter will say that, okay, so this was serialization problem. It was like the name is not exactly as it should be. So what will you do? So the person is, okay, I will go to the database, check the name, and I will compare it. Okay. So step by step, the person can get confident that she knows everything that is required to pay the support, right? To be effective or resolve the problem. But is there anything we can do more to have more fun from the preparation? Yes, we can. We can, for example, create some kind of role-playing game. We call it Wheel of Misfortune. You can Google it. It's really nice materials about that. And you can create the kind of team play where there is this incident manager, there is this resolving first line, second line. You have cards like saying checking logs, it will give you +1 to the resolving the issue, but the 30 seconds of the whole time to resolve the problem. In that way, I will not tell exactly how perhaps it should be, because it's the best if the team can choose how they would like to play such game, to get the most fun as they can. But is there anything we can do that this will like leak outside to the organization? Of course we can. There is like knowledge sharing session that you can gather. Pavel will tell you more about how you can share it with the nice, easy, and funny way, so that whole organization will benefit from your preparation or from your incident. But there is this, maybe not a problem, but we can prepare ourselves. But there will be things that will be the force against this. So it will be disruptors. The support or being paged or incident is usually uncomfortable. So you are thrown in the situation that you actually don't know what to do up front. When this happens at night, you have this brain fog. You don't know, you wake up. So what to do? The feeling of stress can emerge from you, because more things are happening, then you can feel stressful. And what wants your body? Your body wants to get rid of the stress. And what wants to go? What it would like to go to the bed again. So just sleep. Why was I wake up early? Actually, why is that? There are mostly the two hormones that are acting. This is the cortisol and adrenaline. They both are responsible for the fight or flight response of our body. So whenever you feel stress, they will be released to your body, and you will start to feel more stress, because it can lead to the panic. You know, sometimes when you have children, you can see that just simple situation triggers the response that they are starting to be in a panic mode step by step. They can even make themselves do that. So that's the response of the body. So let's think about that. Imagine that you are at maybe Google. There was this night. The configuration, empty configuration hit the first wave, you go to sleep, and then it was rolled to every zone availability across whole world. Let's take this hypothetical situation, and it happened. So you are being paged during the night. It's 3 a.m. and then what's happening, right? You have to get up. You have to respond to somehow. You are like dreaming about this beach with this lovely sun, and then something is ringing around and waking you up. So the first thing what you have to do is to gather some artifacts. They are really needed and useful. So the phone, probably you have already because you were paged. Laptop, maybe a charger, it could be useful. Headphones, if you are living with other human beings, maybe or not human even, then it will be useful to be separated. And the place, it should be comfortable enough, so nothing like, you know, hanging spring is hitting your butt or wet floor. Those are not good places. Maybe a chair, maybe a table. It should be ready for the longest stay, but there is one quirk here. Please, it shouldn't be too comfy, because too softy couch can put you again in a sleep mode. So we have this place, then we have to take care of our comfort. Maybe you already discovered it, but having something hot in your hands gives you this pleasure feeling. And it can be easily done when just, you know, when the laptop is booting, you can brew some hot tea or something. I would avoid strong coffee or any energy drinks, but still something warm in your heads. Also taking care of like freezing feet, stuff like warm socks. You know, this winter could be really chilly, so maybe it is good to have the thicker ones. And the breathing. So the breathing is really important. Actually, we do a lot of stuff of breathing, you know. There is this, you see the problem, you inhale, and then fuck. And that should go, you know, longer exhale than inhale. And now it is. So we are ready. We can ready to read the Slack. We are in the first phase. So I will not tell you how to solve the incident because I don't know your software. But there are things that you can be handy. For example, incident log. Jarek was telling you that. So that's, for example, so you have like those dumps from the message. There's this incident log where you put everything you've done or what was happening, even for you only. But it will be handy when you will be like dealing longer term with the incident. Paper note. It's quite easy if you just create a Slack thread in your team channel and then put there everything. Code-based changes. If you are changing anything during the support, it must be easily findable, just in case of this will repeat itself or someone from your team will build again the older version, deploy the previous version to the production. Persistent changes. Yeah, this is a particularly tricky one because it depends what persistency you are using, but IDs that were changed. Backups, a kind of list of fields of updates you did. You know, there is this common problem where you forget to do where and hit the enter. Maybe not with delete, but update on many tables can lead you to a lot of problems. During the incident, some people would probably will throw a lot of messages to you, like, can you do that, can you do this? It is really great to just take them and put them in a parking space. So put them somewhere, write them down so no one will feel that his point was missed, but you can deal with the actual problem. There could be a situation that you discover some technical debts from your platform, your application, another team's application. It is really good chance to write them down for further analysis. Fall back to the team. So there can be such a situation that you are a little bit too much stressed. So you can always fall back to your team. If you are working in a company that you are the only person on the support, you should change the company. There should always be a team. Your colleagues will help you, and it is nothing wrong to fall back to them. And the one thing that is really useful to leave the note to your team, because if it was longer incident, probably you will sleep up until someone will be in the office. So small note about what happened and what must be happened early morning is really useful. And now we hit the next day. So we have this state where there was preparation, we've had an incident, we fall asleep, there is this next day. What we can do? Usually the team will help us to solve all those problems and the things that we've discovered. So the meeting or some way of chatting with the team would be really great, that you can go through any actions you've took during the support, mistakes, what was discovered, how it went, what metrics were used, everything would be handy. Then the longer term, you can use postmortems to just write down what happened exactly. At Ocado, we use this 5 whys way of doing this. So there is this why this happened, why these things happened, why these things happened. So you, after those 5s, you should reach the point where you know exactly what caused it. Up unless it was like Jarek said, it was hardware problem, then it will be more problematic. Then review the changes again and again. I saw a lot of repetitive incidents because the changes were not reviewed or were not pushed to every environment, or were overwritten by the long-running deployments. So, and last things are the plan what to do next. So how we will lower the debt, how we can clean, or how we can bring our application to the state that no incident will happening ever. And the thing that is really sometimes omitted, but the person on the support need a kind of recharging phase, right? So, because that was the company goals, but there is another goal. It's you. You are the human being that needs to recharge, to take care of yourself, actually. I told my kids the story that there is this cup of energy that you have, and everything that is happening is just draining or taking out a lot of drops of this energy. And when you hit the bottom of this cup, you will be angry, anxious, stressful, and all the bad stuff will be in your inside. So you have to recharge yourself. You can take it by just asking another member to switch rotas. You can relax, listen to music, just do something that will energize you again. Skip the rotas, just to pass them. And maybe there is something fun that you like to do in programming. Maybe it's not already the burnout phase, but the phase that you enjoy, I don't know, doing pipelines in GitLab CI, or fixing the code style, formatting, or whatever that enjoys you. And then you can increase your well-being. And so, so we take care of ourselves, we take care of our company, but are there any positive things that we can say about doing such support? Well, actually, yes. So I don't know what's your experience, but I remember really good remember all the incident I have had, like those, the biggest one, the biggest memory I have. So this really teaches you a lot of useful things. Learning fast. I learned a lot about Ocado in my early days in the place called order management, that there were some incidents. I've learned a lot of how to be prepared for such things. Trust. The trust for your teammates, the trust for your company, the trust for your managers. If done well-managed support will increase this value. Autonomy, no doubts. You have to deal, at the beginning you are like autonomous, you have to deal with the problem by yourself, so you increase your autonomy in how you are doing things. And collaboration. I've met a lot of really great people during such supports, and you have to work with different people, so you have this collaborating state that you all want to solve the problem. And this is whenever you also bring your teammates, this cementing the team like nothing else. That going through difficult things will bring the team to the another level of being really great team, actually. And as I said, the whole organization can benefit. So the best thing would be that do not repeat the same mistakes again and again, because there was like updates of Spring that cost almost every team in the same company doing the same support problems, because it was just so common problem. So if you can learn from them, it will be really beneficial. From my personal things I would like to say to you, after 14 years of being on support, is that you are not alone. Don't allow yourself to think that you are alone on this support. And you don't have to be a hero. The whole company has to be a hero, or whole the team should be a hero that saves the day, but you alone shouldn't do that. So just try to be as effective, but watch out for yourself. And that's all. Thanks.